Okay, so he is just signed for the rest of this season. Commanders did not pick up the 5th-year option, but I mean, I read something where he was talking in during training camp that he felt explosive again for the first time in a long time. And frankly, the numbers back it up. I mean, he's having a pretty good season, isn't he?
Yes, definitely. You are. I mean, I tweeted this out a little while ago. I think he could be an absolute monster for you this season on that defense. The acquisition for the cost for 9 games for a compensatory third from a Niners perspective is I'd say pretty low risk, extremely high reward. And especially for him to not be the main focus. I remember when I first interviewed Chase was at the Combine before Washington drafted him. And I think deep down there was some part of him that kind of didn't want to be drafted in Washington and have to play at home and be the star and be the focus and all of those things. And for you guys, he's not even the best pass rusher. You know what I mean? Like, on what team is having Chase Young as your number 2 guy? And certainly not the best player. I mean, where does he rank on the best player list? Maybe 5th? Maybe 7th?
Yeah, I mean, you're on the defense, right? I mean, but has he ever talked about Nick Bosa? You know, those 2 guys were teammates at Ohio State. Nick is kind of a next level technician. Have you ever had an opportunity to talk to him about Nick, especially last year when Nick was having his NFL Defensive Player of the Year kind of season?
He has talked about Nick before. I don't know, like, I just off the top of my head, I don't remember the specifics of it. But I know that he talked about Larry Johnson, the D-line coach at Ohio State, a ton, who obviously coached Nick Bosa. And I know that this past offseason, he went back. Now, I assume they were in Columbus. Maybe it was somewhere else. He went back and worked with Larry Johnson Sr. to kind of refine his craft. But you also keep this in mind, Matt. He also missed the game this year with like I think it was a neck injury. So like the missing time stuff happens. He has looked really good the last month, I would say, and really since he got back. But I think the injury concerns are legitimate.